name is Fatina Zulaika binti Salasanor, and together with my friends, we are going to talk about viruses and bacteria. Viruses are microscopic parasites which are much smaller in size compared to bacteria. And they can only reproduce with the help of a host body since they do not have the necessary mechanism to reproduce outside of a host cells. The primary role of viruses is to deliver their DNA and RNA genomes into the host cells for reproduction. Viruses are known to cause and spread diseases, which can eventually cause an outbreak. There are several outbreaks that was caused by viruses, such as Ebola virus, H1N1 virus, and the latest outbreak is the coronavirus. Now, I will let my friends to continue on with more details about this topic.
Bacteria are microscopic single-cell organisms that thrive in diverse environments. Most bacteria are prokaryotes, and most of them multiply by a process called binary fission. Sometimes bacteria can lend us a helping hand, such as curdling milk into yogurt or even helping us with our digestion. But in some other cases, bacteria can cause destructive diseases such as pneumonia or methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, which is MRSA.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. So my name is Muhammad Azam bin Zainal Abidin. I am from class AS 2011 1B1. So as for today, I would like to talk about what is COVID-19 and the similarities between the COVID-19 virus and the common flu virus. New coronavirus that is known as SARS-CoV-2, and it was emerged in Wuhan, China in December 2019. So basically, there are few ways that this virus was spread around the world. One of them is from person to person, animal to person. Animal to person is by consuming the animals such as bats, rats. That is the most iconic delicate food in China. So next, I would like to talk about the similarities in terms of symptoms and signs between the two kind of virus. So one of the sign is fever, and then coughing, and then some fatigueness and shortness of breath. So next, people at high risk for the severe illness, it will be the adults, older adults, and then pregnant people, people underlying medication. So that is one of the some of the people at high risk of the severe illness. So next, I would like to talk about the results in complication of the virus between the two virus. The results, it would be the cardiac injury such as heart failure, stroke, multiple organ failure, and then respiratory failure.
The differences between COVID-19 virus and the normal influenza virus. First of all, the time from infection to appearance of symptom for influenza is faster than COVID-19 virus. It is estimated that the serial interval for COVID-19 virus took 5 to 6 days, while for influenza, it only took 3 days. This means that influenza virus can spread faster than COVID-19. Second of all, for influenza virus, children are more likely will be affected, while for COVID-19 virus, children are lessly affected than adults. Also, older age and underlying condition people have high risk in having severe infection for COVID-19 rather than influenza. Then, the mortality for COVID-19 appears to be higher than the influenza, especially the seasonal influenza virus. Lastly, the number of secondary infections generated from an infected individual is understood to be between 2 to 2.5 virus, which is higher than the influenza virus. So, COVID-19 is highly much likely more dangerous than the normal influenza.
I'm Sarah from AS201-1B1 and I'll be explaining about the connection between virus and COVID-19. Viruses are responsible for a wide range of diseases including in animals and livestock and also pets. It also originated from bats. The virus is also very similar to the SARS coronavirus and is therefore named SARS coronavirus 2, which is SARS-CoV-2, emanate giving the appearance of a crown. This is where the corona name came from. The integrity of the envelope is essential for viral infection. The novel coronavirus appears to use the same receptor as SARS coronavirus for entry to human cells, and that receptor is the angiotensin converting enzyme. 2. Uncontrolled growth of the virus destroys respiratory tissues, producing symptoms. Infection triggers the body's inflammatory response. But unfortunately, antiviral therapy is only available for a few viruses like hepatitis B and C, and this can be a problem. And if we, humanity, don't start to use antibiotics more carefully, this can lead to untreatable bacterial infections and huge consequences for our healthcare systems and our overall global health. So now I hope you learned something, because medically educated people make healthy decisions, and that's what this video is all about.